Nigel, a really productive week for the club. First, an excellent win over the league leaders, Stockport County, and then a very important behind closed doors friendly to get minutes on Tuesday against Doncaster Rovers. You must be very pleased with this week.
Yeah, as you say, it was a good win at the weekend against Stockport County, league leaders. The way the players responded, the staff responded after the late disappointment to the goal we conceded against Morecambe was really important. It just shows the character of the players. So really pleased, and obviously we scored 4 goals. Set pieces again coming to it, centre halves going and scoring. And we could have scored a few more goals. Their goalkeeper made some excellent saves. So from my point of view, we learnt some lessons from the Morecambe game. We applied it really well. We talked about the application of our shape, players taking it on board. It's a great credit to the players. Great credit to the players and the staff, because we managed to get ourselves ready for the next game and win that. And obviously through the course of the week, we managed to have a behind closed doors game at Prenton Park. So for several players, because we've got a large squad, they need to play, so getting their game time. So we appreciate Doncaster coming over and bringing a strong side as well. And from my point of view, we had some real good players out on show. And obviously with players coming back from injury. So for example, a striker, 𝗬𝗢𝗨𝗥𝗧, centre half, 𝗬𝗢𝗨𝗣𝗢𝗢𝗥, right back, 𝗬𝗢𝗡𝗏 as an example. New signing, Osman Kane, getting his first taste of playing with the group at Prenton Park as well. And then there's some other players who haven't had the opportunity to play that much, like the exciting Sam Taylor as an example. And as I say, with Christian Dennis getting 90 minutes paired up with 𝗬𝗢𝗨𝗥𝗧, that's good. Josh Hawke scored again. Many more things we've got to keep on proving on all the time. But from my point of view, that was really good. And again, like when we look at a young James Norris, James Norris, you know, the work rate he puts in the left back position, really, really good. And the dependable Chris Merry as well in the middle of the pitch. That really helped Usman through the game. So that can't go underestimated, how important Chris Merry has been. Although he might not have been in the squad, he might not have been playing every day in training, he does it bang on. And great testament to Chris, because it can be very frustrating, but he does it right. He's very important.
And a confidence builder for Luke Norris as well after his injuries. Had injury troubles this season, but good for him to get a goal. You know, how impressed were you with him, the likes of 𝗬𝗢𝗨𝗥𝗧 and Joe Starbuck coming back from injuries as well?
Yeah, I mean, from Luke's point of view, great. He scored a goal. You know, he's played an hour's worth of football at Prenton Park. He's still a long way off. He knows that. You know, he's still very, very rusty. So I think everyone needs to be appreciative of that. We can do that bit of training we're doing, but it's playing the games. So he's still got a long way to go to the potential that he's got, or maybe to the level he's been at previously. But at least he's back out. No adverse effects from playing the other day, which is really pleasing. So from my point of view, you know, between now and the end of the season, I'm sure Luke can make a big contribution for us.
How important do you feel it is for those players playing in those friendlies, not just to get minutes while they're not necessarily in the squad, but to get minutes at Prenton Park specifically?
Well, that's why we wanted to do it. Instead of being a training ground game, it can just become a training ground game. You know, we want to feel the atmosphere. It's to get the best out of everyone. Everyone needs to be motivated, don't they? So playing at Prenton Park is no better motivation for anybody. Anyone who's had the privilege and the pleasure to play at Prenton Park, and I fortunately have. It's great. So that's what we want. So instead of being at a training ground, we managed to get at the stadium against good opposition that was married up, because they've got a big squad of players that needed to come back as well. So it was a good game. So from my point of view, I was really pleased with the way the day went on Tuesday.
Obviously, we go from a fantastic win last weekend, another game this weekend. They come thick and fast. Forest Green Rovers away not too long ago. We were in the bottom 2. Forest Green were just above us. We won that game to climb out the bottom 2. Now there's a gap that we have made with the bottom 2. Just goes to show how good we've been in recent months.
Well, I think it just highlights the consistency that we've had, the application of the players every day. I keep talking about the basics done well to an elite level, attitude and behaviours on a daily basis. And we've managed to have a consistency of the team selection, squad selection has been consistent as well. And all of these things marry into, it's not strange if all of a sudden think, well, we've had consistency of results as well, which has been good. And people are able to, maybe a result goes against us, but how do we respond? So we've gone and done that. And as you say, there's been a gap there. But from my point of view, it's Stockport game is now gone, and we've got to focus on the next game, which is Forest Green. And do not take that for granted, because it's going to be a tough game. Good managers just come in. Experienced manager knows what he's doing. As I said, maybe when we played them earlier on, you know, Forest Green probably got the second or third best budget in the league, so they shouldn't be where they are, but they are for a reason. That won't last. I still think they're going to be picking up points. So I'm well aware this is a tough game. our players are well aware this is going to be a tough game at the weekend. And so from my point of view, when we do the debriefs, we learn the lessons from previous games, and then we draw a blue line underneath it. That game is then gone, i.e. the Stockport game, and we do everything we can to prepare for the next game so that we arrive fit, fresh, organised, ready to go and do the best we can. And then it's up to the players who have been magnificent. Players go and perform. That's what it's all about. So can we help them? But it's about the players doing it. So all the accolades that might come are all down to the players, because again, especially from the last weekend, if you like, the players are the ones who've got to go out there and perform.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, 𝗬𝗢𝗡𝗡𝗘𝗏 now in charge of Forest Green Rovers, very experienced head, experienced great success in the game. How much are you looking forward to the test of facing one of his sides?
Yeah, I've managed against Steve before on many occasions, so you know what you're going to go and get. And obviously he's come in, vastly experienced. He knows you've got to get a bit of organisation. He won't suffer any fools lightly. And obviously there's been loads of changes behind the scenes maybe. But they've got an organisation. They'll play out from the back. They'll play direct. They're very good at set pieces. They've got long throws. They work hard. They're organised. This is going to be a tough game. And Steve more or less kept a consistent team for the last 3 or 4 games. So he's trying to build his team now, the Forest Green team, to go and get results, because they've got to get results to get away from the position they are at this moment in time. Similar to what we were. We've kept a consistent team and we managed to get the results. So there's no reason why Forest Green can't go and do that one. And I'm very mindful that we've still got a long way to go to achieve what we need to do.
And just lastly, in terms of team news, can we expect anybody from the friendly on Tuesday night to perhaps be in the squad on the weekend?
Well, I have to say, obviously, we've finished training today. We'll sit down and we'll make sure where we all are. You never know, there might be a little bit of illness here or there or somewhere else. But we'll have a look at everybody. The only person not available for selection for the weekend will be 𝗬𝗢𝗨𝗥𝗧, although he has trained with the main group today, which is really pleasing after his long-term injury. So, as I said, we've got a large group of players, and to keep everybody on it, and to keep managing everybody and keep everybody with the spirit that we've got is obviously a challenge for everybody. But I must say, great credit to the players and the staff, because everybody, the mood in the camp has been really, really good, and everybody is working ever so hard. We keep standards to the highest level, and the players apply that, which is important.